Hey, also in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to Claude what I think is to the next level when it comes to analyzing existing research and content that you bring to the table to then refine and turn into outlines and continued content inside of your book, course, or anything really. So first things first in Claude, what I want to do at this is take information and research that I've got from prior project. So I'm going to go ahead and select a survey response, and I'm just going to add that here as a CSV file. So I've got about 40 or 50 different survey responses for people that were having trouble in this case with just getting started with AI. And so I'm just going to start by typing into Claude, analyze the content. And so I want to first just feed Claude this content that's my marketing survey. And this is just as simple. You could email, list your customers, potential customers. Hey, what's your number one challenge that you're facing right now? And I sent people to a type form. And from that type form, we had about 38 responses, it looks like, in this, where actually what Claude is doing now is breaking down the information from what I gave it, and it's analyzing all of that context. And so this is part of a research project for creating a book that's going to in the process of writing right now. And so now that I've fed Claude this information, this is going to start feeding a content brief. But I want to go a step further. And from here, I can really take it any direction. And so what I like to do at this point, and the little trick that I just do to speed up my prompting of these tools, is I want to simply speak what I'm doing. I like to speak what I'm doing. And I use a tool called VoiceIn, but any dictation tool will test, test, test. I'm writing a book that is addressing the primary problems of the people surveyed to help them achieve their number one goal. Can you help identify the top problems and pain points that people are currently experiencing and identify some of the top goals that we can help people get results with through a book? I speak the prompt. I'm not really worrying about like the sentences and periods being all perfect. What I want to do is just give AI more of an idea about what I'm doing, what I'm trying to accomplish here. Because at the end of the day, all of this context, and with Claude's ability to read back a lot of context, I think it's up to like 100,000 credits or so in characters in the past. And so like in this case, it's analyzing now the problems and pain points, the different goals that people are looking to accomplish here. And the book can aim to provide a step-by-step example, things of that nature. And so from this point, this is great. So I'm going to give it one more second. And now what I just did is open up my library card, and I went and grabbed the title recipe that we were just sharing in another video, where I want to start brainstorming, like opening titles, examples, and things to brainstorm with, and then effectively take this and kind of work and refine what content I want inside of this specific recipe. But again, if I wanted to go any other direction with this, I've already got a lot more clear-cut picture of where I could be taking things. And now the AI business blueprint, the AI advantage, AI for results, and all of this clearly is around AI because that is what our entire business revolves around. But what I want to do is take the existing information and research from real life people and what problems they're experiencing, and then work with AI and like, what can I do to create an outline that would be effective in helping these people solve their problems? And so, so you can see here, it's taken the idea, it's taking it and expanding on it, and I'm getting quite a lot of content that I can brainstorm on. So what I want to do once this iteration is done is I want to kind of condense things down into a really simple step-by-step structure that I can use as an outline for a book. And so that was two examples that it created on this front. AI Business Blueprint. It's a complete guide to leveraging AI and automation process efficiency, scale your business, provides practical frameworks with step-by-step instructions, prompts workflows to implement right here. And so that's great. So now that I've got this as an example, now I can go and really get creative with it. But I want to start first by getting, again, more refined in what my outline is going to look like. So I'll do that by giving another prompt. Reference the last outputs and the content that the book is going to be about, and create a condensed, optimized outline from the perspective of a Hay House publisher, using best practices for how-to business books for practical AI integration and application. First, what I want you to do is analyze the content above from the perspective of this publisher and act as an editor to help refine and give yourself different key points and insights that we can take and optimize the prompt, the outline based off of. And then from there, I want you to reference the insights and recommendations from the editor's perspective and then rewrite the outline, the introduction, and an optimized title to best reflect a book that's written to help solve the core problems that the people surveyed are currently experiencing. Is another prompt that I came up with because this is what I want AI to do. So I'm simply telling it what I want to do, but also pointing it in the direction of like a Hay House is a massive publishing. I think they're based out in Southern California, and I think that's how you spell it. But and anyways, like with giving AI these different key points in perspective, then I'm just trying to refine and focus things in down again and again and again. So introduction, the AI advantage, boost your business with artificial intelligence. That's actually a lot more clean and clear. I like how it starts AI 101, setting your AI vision, developing efficient workflows, critical for business functions by focusing on the pressing problems. Okay, that's great. So I don't really need on this outline and introduction. So what I'm going to do now, I went back into my recipe stack, and what I did is now that I've got an introduction, now that I've got a book title, I've got an outline, and I've got, well, effectively what's going to be a conclusion for this book once I get there. I write a book description that how would I be marketing this book in the first place, and what are people going to see before they even decide to buy this book, because I want to test this and I want to post it, and I want to see, honestly, the people that I'm going to be posting this in front of are going to be our existing customers and people that are considering becoming customers but maybe don't even know where to start with AI. And so we got to create content that's going to get people results in advance. And as Miles Beckler was going through his interview, really struck a chord with me, and how to make the different pieces of content and really just increasing the level that we can produce this content for our own audience. And so this book blurb formula was based off of a formula from, I think it was Kindlepreneur. And so I want to first now come up with this book blurb formula to write that blurb that would be used for advertising the book on Amazon, along with the title of the book, the cover of the book, and then outline could show people what they get inside of the book. And then we could go through the next process, which would be writing the book. Advantage. That's okay. Let me see. I'm going to do one more. Do one more. And I have one more prompt to come on top of this because of that book in the first place, but also the bonuses are what help enable people to get those results and look for your purchase. It might be the blueprints and recipes and workflows and spreadsheets and things of that nature there. But this is the playbook for entrepreneurs and business owners. This is a little bit more in line with what I'm thinking. That's great. So my last part is now referencing the context above for this book, including the blurb and the introduction and the outline. We need to create a series of 3 bonuses that are complementary in helping people achieve the results that they want. These bonuses can include things like an audiobook that they can use to follow along with the manuscripts as they go through, and include some additional resources that make sense in the context of this book, that people, when they buy, can help them with getting that result and ultimately leading to the best experience. Now, what we see here is, again, Claude learning and what we get. So the bonus one, the AI Advantage audiobook, the AI case study workbook, printable supplemental workbooks, interactive exercises, prompts, and frameworks, AI integration video crash course, on-demand crash course. I mean, honestly, this is great. And so now what I'm going to do to help me with exporting this, that's great work. Now, can you please reference the content above and keep the information and structure all the same, but we need to rewrite the content so that we can export it efficiently. So take the book title and subtitle, the book introduction, the book outline, and the book description, along with the book bonuses, and present those in a way that it's properly formatted in H1, H2, H3 format, as well as with the bullet points and any other formatting that would make copying and pasting this into a Word doc super simple. And this is just a trick that I found with Claude, is that while because it does take time to go back up and copy and paste, if I can just get it to rewrite the content exactly, but more formatted in a way that's just going to save me time, why not do that when I'm already working inside of the AI? And it might just take me a matter of 30 seconds. There we go. And so from here, my next steps would be, one, seeing if I can get some feedback on this outline, first and foremost. But then from there, if I want to move forward to the writing portion of this, I would then start to either write out each of the sections and context of this book, as well as speaking it and putting on like essentially like what's going to become the audiobook version of the course. But all in all of that in 13 minutes, and less than 15 minutes really. And yeah, it's a very practical way to go about using existing research that I've got on hand and analyzing that research as those responses, and give me ideas about what these people's pain points are and what their goals are, and then writing and brainstorming with Claude to help with refining that process to ultimately having a clear way to articulate this for people to buy and get results at the beginning. And then it's on me now to create the content for this book. But that's how fast you can do this with the help of AI. So I hope you find this useful in your writing process, and we'll see you on the other side.